You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on WMNF 88.5. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We're live here in studio with Roxx Revolt. They're going to be playing some music for us here today, and then we're going to dive into exactly what it is that makes Roxx Revolt and the Velvets exactly what they are. I love it, man. You guys are from the Naples area, but you're from all over the country, too. So I can't wait to get to know you a little bit better. But first, let's hear some music.
Can breathe a little bit nicer. Wonder why the way you look at me. If they have to, I should get a little bit wiser. When I have much time to let it speak. Now I do all what I say. Now I feel all what I made. Many things I wanna stay today. Is she going out with him? They have too much for disagreement. And they have much time to let us speak. Wanna speak out, get this time a little bit clearer. Another time, just let us speak. And I do all what I say. And I feel all what I made. Many things I wanna stay today. By the fire, to the fun in the place where I go. Turning me down, so we go by the fire, to the fun in the place where I go. I know, for sure you wanna let me go. What I say, now I feel on what I made. Many things I wanna stay today. Like this, come on.
You're listening to Live Music Showcase. We're live in studio with Roxx Revolt and the Velvets, rocking our faces off here. We're going to be talking to them in just a little while, all about the show on the road and coming off their show fresh last night from at the Floridian over there in St. Petersburg. We're going to be getting into it. Can't wait to do it. But keep on going, man. Let's hear some more music.
We're on stronger. Adrenaline rush, I'm ready to be. Annihilation makes the son of that creation. That I see me, I'm ready to be. You watch me, I lie. So fun to take your issues and money. You watch me, you fool. All love to kill the hats in the air. We're running longer. We're on stronger. Adrenaline rush, I'm ready to be. Annihilation makes the sound of the creation. That I see me, I'm ready to be. You watch me, I lie. So fun to take the issues of money. You watch me, you fool. Oh, love to kill the hats in the air. money. You watch me, you fool. All love to kill the hot in blue. You watch me, I lie. So fun to take the issues and money. You watch me, you fool. All love to kill the hot in blue.
You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We're live in studio with Roxx, Revolts, and the Velvets. Rockin'.
This next song is called Supersonica Girl. She come and then she leave it. She rocks the supersonic bumble. Like strength music, come on and let's lose the legs. Get my supersonic bumble. Ow, ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. Take a chance, let's make her like they do in the jungle. Let her can we breathe that she loves for margarita. Well, it's a supersonic ow, ooh, 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 yeah. Ooh, 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 yeah. She just comes and she goes. Don't mind the way to roll. Devils are cry when you're gone. My supersonica girl. She just come and she go. Don't mind the way to roll. The boys are cry when you're gone. My supersonica girl. She just come and she goes, go. Don't mind the way to roll. The boys are cry when you're gone. My supersonica girl.
You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We're live in studio with Roxx, Revolts, and the Velvets, killing it. That Flying V is just smoking. The heat coming off of it's making me sweat. It's awesome. They're going to keep playing here for a few more songs, and we're going to dive into a little bit of an interview segment here. Going to get to know this band and where they're from. I know that they're kind of from all over the place, so I really can't wait to dive into just what it is that makes them tick. Take it away.
This next song we're gonna play right now, it's called Run for Cover. Situation's trying to tell me that you're coming back again. Fight me, hypnotize me, spin me, spike me, fighting back again. Is this the one I wonder? Gotta give myself a little fun, yeah. Roll around and roll around and roll around and roll it back again. Roll around and roll around and roll around and roll it back again. Roll around for cover. Someday you decide to lift that bell around me. I'm just made of stars, wonder where I have been. This is the one I wonder. Gotta give myself a little fun. Roll
You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5 WMNF Tampa. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We're live in studio with Roxx, Revolt, and the Velvets. They're crushing it right now, absolutely crushing it. If you're if you're into live streaming right now, if you're into the live stream thing over there on Facebook, we've got a live stream going on of the show and everything that's going on. You can see it right there. There's the right there, the cameras. Yep. You can check it out at WMNF's Live Music Showcase on Facebook. You can also watch future episodes and past episodes of Live Music Showcase on our YouTube channel. And you can also hear this show in podcast form in just an hour or so after we get done broadcasting on Spotify and Apple Music. Just search Live Music Showcase. Let's hear your next song, you guys.
It's called Birdie Like Woman, and it's going to be out next month.
Yeah, new release.
To believe that I can escape it. I'm wrapping my head on it. Wonder what life will be like. But I'm birdie like woman. Making it hard to believe that I can escape it. I'll wrap my head on it. Wonder what life will be with a birdie like woman.
Live in studio with Roxx, Revolt and the Velvets here on Live Music Showcase. In just a little while, we're going to be digging into the band and who they are and where they come from, where they're going, and all that fun stuff. I really can't wait to, Roxx, I really can't wait to ask you about your guitar just because I love Telecasters and I love the message that's on the Telecaster too. So we'll dive into that here in just a little while, but let's hear that next song, you guys.
This next song is called Delilah. The sunshine came down come to light me, so shine it almost blind me, but I still manage to look straight to her face. She's so swell, amazing, so fire drives me crazy. She's a summer day, but I enjoy the shade. It's a sign on a shining light between my words and what I'm saying, what I show and what I'm feeling for the light, la 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 la. I bring down my walls to reach a girl. I'm also scared to stay with you, you. It's been 4 years now, I'm thrilling that I find someone so clever. Yes, despise love and all the things you've done. That's why they all say you're so crazy. In fact, you still amaze me with your sunny face. You know you lie in my space. It's a sign on a shining a light between my words and what I'm saying, what I show and what I'm feeling for the light, la 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 la. I bring down my walls to reach you, girl. I'm also scared to jump with It's a sign on a shining light between my words and what I'm saying, what I show and what I'm feeling for the light, la 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 la. I bring down my walls to reach you, girl. I'm also scared to stay with you. Shine a light, 'cause you're mine.
That's Roxx Revolt with the Velvets and the Velvets here on Live Music Showcase. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. I think we're going to hear one more song, and then we're going to really take some time to get to know this band. We're going to talk about some stories from the road. We're going to hear a little bit about New York, I think. That's going to be fun. I see eyes rolling already. I love it. We're going to talk about this day in music history as well. I've got an interesting thing that apparently happened on this day in music history back in 2016. It's kind of cool. And we're going to find out where Roxx Revolt and the Velvets are going to be playing coming up here soon and what's in store for them for the future. So stick around after this song. But let's hear one more. We got one more in there?
Yes.
All right, one more in the tank. Let's go.
It's called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Time has come for the revolters of the world. Raise your hands up in the air. Be free. Give me something to make us feel. I kept you some, but you didn't need her. I get to you that I don't know my way of you. You're looking to me, you're looking to me. They want to shout the bell to play. To rob the thoughts with absolute, and I don't fall my way of you. So much to say of the jaw. Got much to do of the jaw. And every day you feel like I'm to your head. Wait yourself, embrace yourself. Forget yourself. I wrap your thoughts with Vaseline, and I don't have all my weight of you. You're looking at me like the words for free. I give you gas so you believe. Take the blindfold and me, and I don't mind my weight over you. So much to say of the jaw. Got much to do of the jaw. And every day you feel like I'm to your head.
Awesome. My face is officially melted. Exceptional. You guys know a good plastic surgeon? I might need him after this.
You know how hard that is to play without headbanging?
I can't imagine. Yeah.
Every song I gotta adjust the headphones.
Is your neck going through withdrawal from the lack of headbang?
I don't know what to do.
What can I say? This is radio. You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We're live in studio with Roxx, Revolt, and the Velvets. Woo! Melting faces left and right. I hope this building is still standing by the time we get done with this show. I mean, I'll say this. We met at Gasparilla Music Fest back when WMNF was on location at Gasparilla Music Fest. I don't remember if we broadcasted your performance, but we definitely got an interview with you for like 5 minutes. I remember asking you some very sweaty interview. Absolutely. That's how Florida concerts are, really outdoors. Heat Stroke. Yeah, that should be a band name. It probably is, I'm sure. But we're going to dive into a couple of things. First and foremost, we're going to find out where you guys are playing next and where people can find you online. I love the social media game. I think you guys are great at that. You're on top of it. Love the content, the videos and all that stuff. And also if you want to, Dan, if you want to crack that door, since we're going to chat for a few minutes so he can breathe in there. Chris, does that feel better?
Oh my God, the draft feels incredible.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
I've
Okay.
seen some ice packs like under my armpits.
Yep.
On my back and stuff. No, not actually. I'm okay.
You don't have any?
You didn't bring those?
I got them.
Oh, dude, you didn't tell me to pack the ice.
The other band members can just take turns, gently, blowing air, and you can just hold your arms up and cool you off that way. That's not awkward at all.
You want to use my ice packs?
Who's the first volunteer?
There we go.
Who wants to help me out?
All right.
Scratch
So
my back, I scratch yours.
I'm dying to know a couple of things about this band here, Roxx Revolt, because I've been seeing you guys on my social media feed for ages, since before Gasparilla Music Fest, and credit to you for that effort, because that's not easy and it's not always fun, so good job keeping up with it.
It's very boring to do. Actually.
It's always boring.
Yeah.
But you recognize the necessity of it. It's so important these days.
Sadly,
It's unfortunate, but it is.
Yes.
So first and foremost, I didn't even know where exactly. I knew you were a Florida band, because I see you playing in Orlando and Miami and obviously Naples, which is where you guys are kind of home basing right now. But you're also from all over the country, too. I know, Dan, you're from Chicago, I think, right?
Yeah, that's right. Outside Chicago. Yep.
Outside Chicago. And Roxx, I know you're from Venezuela?
Yeah, I'm from Venezuela, yes.
Originally, yeah. Where else is the band from? Where are we from?
Me and Chris are from Naples.
You guys are from Naples.
Yeah, we kind of grew up together-ish. We kind of went to high school together. And
Aw.
known each other for a little bit. So.
Our neighborhoods are on the same road.
Yeah.
As the same hospital. That
Oh,
we were both
man.
born in.
Yeah.
So
One of
you. So we haven't gone very far yet.
So you guys are the two guys in the band that when you were kids, one would knock on the other one's door and be like, "Hey, you want to go ride bikes?"
Something
Yup.
like that. Yeah.
Let's go ride
yeah,
bikes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's perfect. I love that. So we've got some roots in Naples, aerial roots, as they like to say over there in Naples. Do you guys have a good crowd in Naples for rock music?
They all died.
It's hard.
They all died?
Naples is hard. Yeah.
Naples is very much like Margaritaville.
Yep.
Naples is like one big
Wasting
Margaritaville.
away.
Like chino shorts, collared shirts, flip flops, but they're all hammered and they're all a lot of fun.
Leather skin.
Cape
exactly.
Coral and Fort Myers.
Exactly. Corona Lights.
Cape Coral and Fort Myers has been like our home base. That's where we started off, played a bunch of shows there, and yes, it's a pretty damn good rock scene.
That's
Cape
okay.
Coral
Yeah.
and Fort
That's
Myers.
flip
Yeah,
That's
Cape
fine.
Coral, Fort
Not
Myers
in
is
Naples.
great.
Na-
Not-
Naples
no.
people, they go to bed at night.
Yeah.
They go to bed at night. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not
Go to
out
bed.
partying.
Dude, Taco Bell closes at 10. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Taco
Yeah.
Bell closes at 10, right next to my house, dude. It's
The authority on Naples.
not
is-
in Naples, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Wow,
Oh my
that
God,
tells you
man.
right there that that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
sleepy town.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that's why I would imagine you guys are doing so much traveling. You want to
Yeah.
get out. You
Get
want to
out.
find
Oh,
a fan
yeah, yeah,
base
Yes.
outside of
we
Naples.
had fun down there. We did our stuff. 4 years.
Yeah.
And playing the circuits down there. And now it's going Miami, Tampa. Tampa loves us. We love you too.
We love Tampa.
We're finding that out more and more, I think. Yeah.
We love Tampa.
I mean, as far as, here's the thing. The sound you guys produce, the sound you make, I'm hearing more and more in the Tampa Bay area, at least, that there's a real scene for it here, that people are really kind of hungry for it.
Yes.
Because here's the thing. You've got this fun, energetic, like upbeat sound, but the fun part is there too. Like, I want to go, and I don't necessarily, I want to headbang, don't get me wrong, but I want to go to your show and I want to jump around. I want to jump around with a beer that maybe has a lid or something on, or just put my
Spill it
palm
on
over it or
everyone.
something. Yeah, try not to do
Yeah,
that. Maybe
yeah,
just the
exactly.
condensation from it.
Say
you know.
sorry like 30 times that night.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm rocking out, supersonic girl. No, so I mean, that's the remix. You're welcome. Yeah, we can use that in the
Can
recording.
that be my ringtone, please? I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's awesome.
That can be your ringtone back in 2011
Oh,
when
great.
non-ringer ringtones were a thing. What is a ringtone? Yeah. No. So I want to dive into a couple of things. One. So speaking of like touring and traveling. First of all, what's the furthest you guys have traveled as Roxx, Revolt, and the Velvets?
New York.
New York.
New York.
Beautiful, because that's
York,
what I
New
wanted to
York.
ask about.
Manhattan.
Bum, bum, bum.
And what was your experience in New York like? I mean, New York's a crazy town,
God, New York was amazing.
full of crazy people.
We had a lot of fun.
It was
many
amazing.
stories, many stories.
Yeah, New York was
Can
amazing.
we even share our New York stories?
I
I don't know if we can.
I want to hear one New York story. Modify
Dan-
it as much as
okay,
you need to.
I feel like I think Dan's is the
Okay,
safest to go with.
no. Dan ended up drunk in New York City, and we
Okay.
Oh
and
my
he
God.
escaped the hotel room, even though I locked him in. He
Okay.
escaped, and I had his phone, and then he went out with a taxi that he met, like on the way to the hotel, and like visit the whole city while we were in angst, worrying about him. And his
Oh my God, dude! We
No
were freaking-
phone. I was lost.
It
my
was
my
brutal.
my Uber driver found me. You remember Home Alone 2?
I was gonna say Dan Alone too, lost in New
Kevin
York.
McAllister in the back. I literally had a full pizza. The sunroof
Oh
was
my God.
open. I was hanging out the sunroof, and I went and saw everything
Meanwhile-
by myself.
the
at
best
5
part
a.m.
about it was the taxi driver or the Uber driver. Was it Uber or taxi? The
Yeah.
Uber driver now texts the band and like
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Mahmoud.
and
our
he
driver.
answers to
Mahmoud.
our stories.
He's our
Mahmoud.
He's-
Shout out to Mahmoud,
Shout
my
out to
buddy.
Mahmoud.
So you got a text message. So one of you got a text message from his
Yeah,
phone.
Dan did.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
no.
Mahmoud texts to the band's
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Instagram.
fan.
Oh.
He sends fans messages
Oh, we
in
text.
inbox.
We
Mahmoud,
text,
if you're
How-
seeing this, we all love you.
How
Yeah.
delightfully modernly rock and roll.
Yeah.
Your
pretty fun,
cab
man.
driver DMs you, slides into the DMs on Instagram, and just to let you know that hey, I have your bassist here. I don't know what to do with him.
No.
Where do you want him?
It,
Oh.
No,
it was
he-
when I got back. It was
Yeah.
like
Oh.
I had 3
Days
of
later.
my mothers sitting there. Daniel, where
Oh,
have
we
you
do.
been?
We were
We're
so
so scared.
He's
of
having
you."
a great time,
Oh my
and me
God.
and Chris get a call from Roxx. Like,
Yeah,
Dan's gone.
me
He
and
left
Jake
the
met up
hotel.
with-
He escaped. What do we do? so
We met-
we're all freaking out, running around New York trying to find him, and he's seeing the city like a tourist.
We were having a great time. Like me and Jake met up with some old friends after the show. We're bar hopping.
Yep.
You know, we're having a good time. Got some piercings. And then we get a text out of nowhere. Hey, Dan's lost in New York City.
He's gone.
There's a
He's
problem.
gone.
Killed the whole vibe. Changed completely.
Now,
Like,
Dan, do you remember much of that adventure, or
yeah, I remember. Yeah, I met some friends actually.
met some friends or made some?
I made
friends?
some friends
Made some
at
friends.
a convenience store, and then yeah,
Okay.
we just went around and saw the whole city. It was great. It was. I love traveling alone, and it was nice to
Clearly.
not have a phone, so I couldn't like miss
Yeah.
all the sights and the scenes, and then listening to them blab in the background. I was
You
just
did
getting
that.
a lot of
You,
Dan makes friends everywhere he goes.
you
Yeah,
did
he
that
does.
thing where the average person who has an average work day, they're like, you know what, man, I just got to get away. I just got to get away for a weekend. But you did it in like a 30-second decision.
But
At-
No,
he did it
I
at
got-
3 a.m.
no.
in
At
New
3
York-
a.m. in New
Lower
York.
Manhattan. Yeah,
It wasn't a
It was-
decision that was made by myself. It was a decision that was made by the powers that be.
It was,
The
made,
alter
it was
ego.
made. It was made by
Dan,
the alcohol. That's
you're,
what made
you're
it.
going on a fun
It was
trip.
made- the whiskey made that decision for you, buddy.
So did you learn anything from that adventure? Sometimes when I go on adventures like that, I back
Yeah,
in the day,
They
Always
love,
bring your phone.
they
with
love
you.
me.
There you
They
go.
love me. They were
always bring your
scared.
phone.
They were so worried
People
about
care
me.
about you. They noticed you were missing. That's got to be a nice.
that's
Also,
feeling.
we have more shows. Like who was gonna play the bass? We didn't have time to replace you.
You got to get that low end.
It was funny coming back to the hotel. Me and Chris came back. We walk in the room. Dan just eating a piece of pizza, sitting on his bed.
clicking
course.
clicking his heels
He's
together.
like, "Hey guys, how's it going?
With the biggest smile on his face.
Where were you guys?
Cheeks stuffed with pizza.
Looking for you."
He's like, I was here the whole time. No.
Like in that moment, he could not see why we were mad. He was like, "I had a
Of
great
course.
time. I had a great time.
I
What are you
got
mad
pizza.
about?"
I
You
got
don't need
pizza.
to worry
I'm
about me.
fine.
Well, I'm glad to see that the band recovered from
We
that
recovered pretty
excursion.
quick.
Yeah.
That was really good. Did you write any music off of that? Did that enter into the inspiration stream?
Oh, it could, but I don't know if it's for Roxx, Revolt, and the Velvet. Maybe a different style. Maybe like a 4th album.
Maybe Hank Williams III can solicit you for songwriting.
That was our first tour. That was our first time out of the state of Florida. That was
Oh my god,
absolutely
it was
awesome.
A great time.
I love that. All right, so Roxx, can I call you Roxx?
Yeah, I prefer that.
I love that. Okay. I would imagine because it's your name, so that makes perfect
It's
sense.
Roxette, actually.
Really?
Yeah, but
call
there's
her
already a
Roxy.
band called Roxette. My mom got me a name after them,
Mhm.
and I cannot use it now.
Your mom named you after the Roxette?
Yeah.
After Roxette?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
you are literally named for rock and roll,
Yeah.
sort of,
I-
kind of.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. My
Yeah.
mom is not a big rock and roller, but she liked that band. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's one thing that I noticed when you came in. First of all, the Telecaster. I love the Telecaster. I'm a bit of a Fender nerd. If
Nice.
you can
Ooh.
tell. That was my first tattoo when I was 18, I think, and I was
Oh,
like, I
nice.
want to get a tattoo that reminds me of my guitar in case I forget about it because of the things that I was doing at the time that might make you forget about your guitars. But moreover, I love the message that's on your guitar. I very much love that.
But yeah, I change that every now and then.
You
so
change
I
it?
have a different message like every month.
Yeah.
This month is the future is queer because it's gonna be queer.
The future's
it's queer,
queer.
already. It's
I
the
think a
present
little.
actually. Yes.
And I think that's okay.
Yeah.
So is there a big overarching message to that?
Nah, I think it's self-explanatory. I mean, by the way things are looking, that's where we're going, and I feel like it's time for it. You
Yeah.
know? And I'm down.
You're
I'm
down?
included. Yes.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And I mean, so when Tom Morello is a great example of a guy that uses his guitar as kind of like a billboard for, things that are close to his heart, Do you find that when you play shows, have you ever had anybody give you any kind of trouble for that? Or is everyone really supportive? I hope they're supportive.
Yeah, yeah.
I would hope so.
Not yet. I think like I use a guitar to convey some messages because at the same time I'm a singer too, so that's what we like to do. We like to deliver messages to people. So the more I can use, the more I use. My guitar was white. It's not even mine. It's Jake's actually. And I use it.
I
And
said
I
write
just started-
something on it.
Yeah,
Just write something
writing on
cool
it.
on it.
Cosign.
I was like, Jake, can I write on your guitar?
Absolutely.
And he was like, yes.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I love it. That's awesome. So what's another one of the phrases that you've written on your guitar
Before
in the past?
that, I have make talent important again.
Make talent
Which is
important again?
self-explanatory to we all that we see, and everybody's also pretty and whatever. No, we all rockers, but nobody plays anything or try to write coherent music. So, I just
Yeah.
wanted to talk about that.
I love
And I get
that.
people asking questions about it, and I just like share my opinion on it. And a lot of people agrees, and a lot of people disagrees. But I mean, that's what communication is for.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this is the for lack of a better word, this is the utility of music, is to inspire and inform even sometimes, and call to action a person's sense of maybe compassion, and call to action maybe a person's sense of what is important to them, And the kind of music that you guys make, it's like a sledgehammer to a person's attention span. It's like, I have to pay attention. I have to listen. I have to figure out what's going on behind the music. That's why I love having you guys on this show, because I've heard you guys perform live, and I've seen so many, videos online, the things you guys post, which is great, by the way. Roxx, Revolt, and the Velvets on Instagram. We'll share all of your handles and everything later on. And you can find all of that information out in the show notes on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff as well. But when you first started playing music, and I'm assuming, did you start at a young age?
Yeah,
You started at a young age.
5
So, wow, 5 years old.
piano and yeah.
Right. Okay. So you're kind of trained too.
Yeah, I studied some piano. I studied classical music and all of that, but I find it to be very different for making this kind of music.
Totally.
But it's helpful to have that, background on it. For
You
sure.
have you kind of know where to bend the rules of music and break them because you know them, basically. But so when you were 5 years old, how old were you when music became like emotionally important to you?
Always.
Always?
Oh, I always wanted to sing.
Really?
Yeah, I saw I was a kid and I saw like some performance on the TV and I was like, wow. And I was very attracted to more like the interaction with the artists in the crowds and like more of that energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's the only thing that can get you that or give that energy out of you and back and forth with the people surrounding you is
Totally.
music. There's
Totally.
nothing else can compare to it. So that was it for me.
I like to think of music as the last real magic in the world. And what I mean by that is, and I've said this before on this show, but the reality is, what does it do? What happens to us when we see a band performing that is playing music that hits us? draws from us, sometimes without us even really wanting it to, the emotions that we need to access. And sometimes that's cathartic, and sometimes that's uncomfortable. You know, how many times we're seeing it right now with Rage Against the Machine coming back. You know, we're seeing so many people up in arms because they're like, I can't get behind that messaging. And the reality is that was always the messaging of Rage Against the Machine. And if it's making you uncomfortable, then maybe that's something you have to pay attention to within yourself. But either way, the magic of music is that quality that it affects all of us almost universally.
Yeah, it doesn't have any language barriers either.
No,
which
absolutely.
is, to me, is important because I'm more about feeling than actually saying things. Even though I try to communicate as much as I can, I feel like music, even without words, can transmit way more than even music with words. So.
Absolutely. A great songwriter friend of mine once said that and talking about like chord progressions and things like that, we were in the studio and he was saying that the chord progression and the music that you create, think of it like a canvas, you know? It's the place on which you can paint your picture, you can tell your story, and you use the words to kind of focus that, but that canvas is the starting point of that, you know, the size of it, the shape of it, the texture of it, you know, where it's going to be placed, how it's going to be lit, all of that stuff. It's so crucial to the entire process of songwriting. And to your credit, the sound that you guys have created is just so cool and cohesive, and like you have that Roxx, Revolt, and the Velvet sound. You know, it's just a really cool thing. So kudos to you. So real quick, in just a little bit, we're going to dive into, I think, one more song, maybe two more songs. And we're already getting close to the end of the show here. I knew you guys were going to be a fun interview just from like the, the little time we had before the show today. And I appreciate you being available like short notice today too, because
thanks for having us.
It just worked out so perfectly. All right. So I have a new, we'll call it a segment, I guess, for now, but it's a Today in Music History. And Today in Music History on 2016, the infamous producer, band manager Lou Pearlman died. Now, if you don't know who Lou Pearlman was the American record producer and fraudster. He died at age of 62 from cardiac arrest. He was the manager of successful 1990s boy bands such as the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. He's infamous in a number of ways. It's even argued that he ran the longest-running Ponzi scheme in history and left more than $300 million in debt when he died. Now, I know when I mentioned this guy to you guys before the show, I know some of you knew who he was. Some of you didn't know who he was exactly. I kind of like that some of you didn't know who he was. You know, it's the kind of guy that it's okay to forget about it. But for those of us who I'm 35. We've got a couple guys in here that might be, no, we're not. No, we're all 21. That's really what's the truth.
We're all 21.
What do you know about Lou Pearlman? I'm looking at you, Dan. Really?
Oh man, well I grew up in that boy band era, and
you were a fan, right?
He had a boy band.
We almost hit that dump button there.
He wasn't a boy band. He wasn't a boy
All
band.
right, my first concert was in sync.
Ba, 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 ba,
I went with
baby.
like 12 girls, all right? But anyways, it was
Wait, is that true?
yeah,
Your first concert was
I'm
NSYNC?
dead serious. I made up for it AC/DC, and then I've been to like 40 Slayer shows, so it works out. But
Cancels the one.
To watch out.
Lou Pearlman shoved that all down our throats when we were younger, and every boy had to frost their tips and just in this, just in that, Backstreet Boys, and that was beautiful. It was just a nightmare, and you didn't want to have it, and that's why I became a metalhead.
Can that be my ringtone? That was
You
solid.
frosted your tips before, though.
I frosted my tips, and I did bad jobs, so I just bleached the whole thing.
Oh, that's
And then
awesome.
you just looked like Slim Shady for the rest of the night.
Eminem. I had an Eminem phase. Yep.
Well,
You were
Dan
Slim Shady
please stand
before
up.
there was Slim Shady.
There it is. If you would do me a favor and post a photo of that, I will promise to.
All right,
I
got
won't
you.
share
I
it.
got you.
I won't share it, but
We
I would
will.
love to see.
You gotta
that.
like flash it up somewhere whenever we're talking about.
Oh yeah, no, we'll put it on the. We'll just print it out, put it on the front of the building.
Oh, beautiful.
That's what we'll do.
You gotta include that
So,
in the tour.
guys, tell me about what you have coming up. You guys have You have a show at Crowbar coming up on the 3rd
of September.
September
Yes.
3rd, it's a rock ska mashup, right?
Yes.
Bringing some buddies from Cape Coral, Bargain Bin Heroes, Sick Hot from here in Tampa, and then us.
Nice.
September 3rd, go to our Instagram or Facebook, everywhere.
Website.
You
We
guys
have
can-
tickets over there, yeah.
For more information, you can go to your website. What's the website called?
RoxxRevoltandthevelvets.com.
Very
there
easy.
it is. Love that.
And you can buy tickets over there. You can buy them on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere, actually.
Beautiful.
We're also playing the Ringling on September 1st.
The Ringling Museum down there.
Yeah.
And where can people go to get tickets for that? Same thing? Just
That's free, actually.
That's free?
Yes.
Free show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love that. Love that. Okay. So we're running out of time here. I think we have maybe enough time for like 2 more songs. We'll do 1 more song, then we'll talk for a few more minutes, and then we'll let you guys take the show out. How's that sound?
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah? Yeah, and grab the door there for Mr. Chris in there. Sorry, Chris, we got to put you back in the heat box.
It's all good.
He's a pro.
I'm so lonely back here.
He's so lonely.
I'm so lonely and cold and I'm not cold at all.
You're not cold at all?
Quite the opposite.
Yeah. Cold-hearted, maybe.
Cold-hearted.
There it is.
Nah.
Stone cold.
Nah.
Love it. You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5. We're live in studio with Roxx Revolt and the Velvets. They're going to be playing one more song here. They're playing a Crowbar coming up on September 3rd with Sick Hot. We had a show with Sick Hot a couple months back. Those guys are a lot of fun. They've got the leather and the zebra print and
The long hair.
Nick has the shirt optional. And
I think
muscles.
it's Brandon, isn't it?
Muscles optional too.
No, it's both of them.
Both of them,
Both
really.
of 'em.
Yeah. It's at least 4 buttons undone if the shirt is on. That's
Yep.
for sure. All right. Well, go ahead and take it away, you guys.
This is called Carolina. I'm addicted tonight to the sound, to the way that we play. Temperature's hot and I'm tempted to try. How to feel in my hand is the way. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love, and I can't find myself anyway. Carolina, 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 just send me up the wrong direction. Carolina, Carolina. That we're touching, the way that we speak, it disappear like your thoughts in the air. If I get too close, I can taste gasoline coming out, I can breathe. Send me away. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love, and I can't find a stop anyway. Carolina, 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 just send me up the wrong direction. Carolina, Carolina. See my baby, she turns around and drives me crazy. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love. Come on, girl, I've been looking for love, and I can't find the stop anyway. Carolina, 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 just send me up the wrong direction. Carolina, Carolina.
You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5 WMNF. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We're live in studio with Roxx Revolt and the Velvets. Man, I like saying your name. I like saying the band name, the full band name.
Thank you for saying it right.
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of the first.
I know there was one time in there I was like, I don't know that I got it quite right, but I do my best here. But, I mean, so it's been such a pleasure to have you, really.
This fun, man.
This episode completely flew by. And it couldn't have gone better. I love when sometimes when it comes to this kind of show, you have to force it into submission to go correctly, to go right. And we have a crew of people here on this show that make that happen, because there's no way I could do it by myself. There's literally no possible way on the planet. There's no way. Our audio engineer is Mark Perfetti. Our sound mixer Mark is Mark Perfetti. The reason why the show sounds as good as it does every single week is because of Mark. So thank you, Mark, for what you do. Our post-production is Richard Stone. Our audio assistant is Pam Robinson. Our video director is Bob Hoke. Bob, we love you. Thanks so much for everything that you do for this show and making the live stream look as good as it does, making all the video content for this show look as good as it does. Really, thank you, Bob, for everything. Our camera operator today, our lone camera operator today is Marcy Connors. Thank you, Marcy. She's working 3 at 1 over there, so she's awesome. Our board op today is Micaiah Caldwell. Our social media is Bree Shoemaker. Our photographer is Jack Simbrella. Mr. Jack, thank you for what you're doing. Thanks for joining the team. Jack's new to the team here. We still haven't hazed him. We need to get to that. And your host, of course, is myself, Ken Apperson. Thanks so much for listening today. Before we go, before we get the heck out of here, 2 things. 1, again, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for staying in Tampa, even though you could have maybe, I don't know where you were going today, but you could have gone anywhere else. You stayed here just to be on the show, so thank you. And I always like to do this. I'm liking it more and more, frankly. But if the one person, let's say your biggest fan, is listening to the show right now, right? Let's say they're standing right there, right in front of you, or maybe right there. What would you say to them? Good start.
Louder.
I will say thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Come to our shows.
Come to your shows?
Yeah.
What if they've bought a ticket to every show you've ever played?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
There's a bunch of them. And it just keeps growing, and it's awesome. And
it's cool.
We need them. We need them so much.
And we make music for people, and we love when there's people that's actually paying attention and listening to our music. So honestly, thank you so much. Like, out of joke, thank you so much.
Yeah.
To whoever is listening right now.
Absolutely. And I mean, there is the new culture in music that is so hard to overcome is how easy it is to listen to music, and how difficult it is as a band to cultivate a following and cultivate that love and that devotion even. And I would bet that you guys are getting there. I already know a couple of people around town that have your name in their mouth on a regular basis. So I can't wait to see what you guys do. I can't wait to see where you're going. And I can't wait to hear this last song.
All right. Thanks, man.
This is actually the first song we released together. It's called King Revolt.
Love it.
Yes.
Perfect.
One more time to the left, falls to destruction. Revolt, he said, Revolt, I'll give up. Revolt, my friend, that's me. The summer back again. One more time to the level, no devotion. Revolt, he said, Revolt, I'll give up. Revolt, my friend, that's me. Revolt, Revolt, my friend, that's me. Revolt, she said. Revolt, Revolt, my friend, that's me. I'm the one.
You're listening to Live Music Showcase here on WMNF 88.5. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We are here every Friday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for listening. Next week on the show, we have a band called Crowns, and we're looking forward to having them on the show. So we can just, there we go. Go ahead and jam out a little bit, you guys.
I was going to get you where the streets are no name, and I was going to find you, but I forgot who I am. I was going to let you do the things I desire, but the closer I get to you, remember hell's in your eyes. Oh, my body is raging, I'm in the home out again, I see the fall. And I was going to find you for all the blood I need. I'm coming to live beside you, but I regret it tonight. Oh, my body is raging, I'm in the home out again, I see the fall. Ooh, there is on fire, calling out like I cannot see the fall. Shoot, me blow the dynamite. Draw a little red into the face of mine. Shoot, me blow the dynamite. Draw a little red into the face of mine. Shoot, me blow the dynamite. Draw a little red into the face of mine. Shoot, me blow the dynamite.